Hey guys, so last night was our coaching session with our coach from the Strongest Families Institute. We're doing a program, it's a 4-month program, working on some of the stuff that we're seeing from Maverick and just building a more consistent plan. So this last session, week 5, was plan ahead using Solver. Now Solver is a acronym that just stands for situation, options, listen, venture, evaluate, and reward. Let me explain that a little bit. So when we're making a plan about something that's coming up, situation is thinking about what we want to make the plan about, what situation, and talking to your kid about it. Options would be writing down what options, how can they help, what can they do, what could the reward be after. L is listen to your child, talking about those options, having them create some of the options and deciding on the plan together. Venture is trying out your plan, basically. And using the skills we've already been learning, like ignore whining and complaining, when-then statements if you are getting interrupted. E is for evaluate, so after the plan takes place, evaluate how well it worked. And you can hear my kids playing right now. They sound angry, but they're actually like playing Lego. This is good playing right now. And last one, reward. Always reward your child's efforts, even if it didn't go perfectly, making sure to praise your child and notice the good as often as you can. So they suggest you start out with like a 5 to 10 minute time frame. Guys, today I have a 2-hour Zoom meeting. So we are testing it out on a 2-hour Zoom meeting, which could be entertaining. So we have a tryout page, and our tryout page kind of just sets it up so that you can make a plan together. So we talked about this morning. The kids have known for a couple days that I have this meeting, so it wasn't just dropped on them. So for the situation, we talked about mom being on a Zoom meeting. It's happening after lunch. So for options, asking them to help decide what they can do while I'm busy, and then reward options. So when we talked about it, some of the options that came up was a movie or a show, being downstairs, coloring, or playing. We also came up with a contingency plan. Today is Kane's day. He's like the leader of the pack. And so he gets to make the choices, which is hard for Mav. And so we also decided that if Kane wanted to do something different, Mav could use the iPad to watch a movie, because that's his first choice, is a movie. And really, with the amount of time I need today, a movie is pretty much necessary. We talked about reward options and what we could do after mom's meeting. So when the meeting is done, then we get to. And some of the options that we came up with were bake cookies together, or play a game together, or read together. But Mav's favorite is cuddle in bed with his monkey. Cool. Now that sounds kind of gross, but his monkey is his stuffed animal. And that kid loves to cuddle, like, doesn't want to read, just wants me to lay quietly with him. Perfect, we can do that. So, we talked about this a lot. I was asking them for options. Mav decided on what he would like to do with me. And then L is also thinking about how am I going to plan for interruptions. So if they're just calling my name during the meeting, it's going to be a minor interruption. I'm just going to try and ignore it. If I hear louder voices or angry voices or that kind of, oh, that's fighting now, that's going to be when I need to go and deal with it. So the person I'm meeting with today, it knows that I have my kids at home, and I'll just let her know the plan kind of before we start the meeting, that if things go sideways, I'm going to have to just pause and go handle it and then come back. So we're going to try this out today. After, we're going to review it. I'm going to really work on praising them if I get a chance. It's going to be harder. I can't just like get up and go away and, hey, you guys are doing a great job. So we'll kind of see how that works. But they mentioned really trying to notice the good at the start of the plan, during the plan, after an interruption. So if something happens, maybe being able to take a minute and go praise after an interruption, and then again at the end of the plan. Later today, we'll kind of evaluate and see how it worked, because there's going to be more Zoom meetings coming up, and then making sure we do the reward as soon as possible after. So yeah, 5 to 10 minutes or 2 hours, But again, none of this is new, but it just reminds you how you could go about planning for something like this. And I know there's a lot of families out there right now that are trying to work from home at the same time as their kids are all home, and that's chaos. I'm not even doing that much from home. But yeah, anyways, hope you're having a good day. Good luck.